Your Book, Your Voice podcast, hosted by Robert A. Lane, is on the air, featuring everything you need to know about narrating your own audiobook. But it doesn't stop there. From special guests, including authors and professionals from the book industry, to sharing tools and techniques needed to be a confident and compelling narrator. The journey starts now. So please welcome your host, Robert A. Lane.
Glad you're here. This is the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a show that I do every week talking about the audiobook world. And this is great for you as an author, especially as an author, because every author, you published your book, you need to have it as an audiobook. You really do, because no one can tell your story better than you, which is why I'm a big advocate, especially for nonfiction authors, to narrate your own audiobook. Because it is your story. There is nobody who can tell your story better than you. And even if you've written a fiction book, you created this story that really you're the best person to tell that story. You really are. And you do have what it takes. You do have what it takes. You don't have to be a professional speaker to narrate your own audiobook. And trust me, because you wrote it, you lived it, you breathed it, you've experienced it, the way you do your narration, the way you deliver this story for people to hear is going to be very unique to you, that no other narrator, nothing, not AI, especially not AI, and they're not going to be able to represent you the way you would represent you. That's why you're an entrepreneur. You are business. Your author brand is your business, and your products, your ebook, paperback, hardcover, and especially your audiobook are awesome products. And you should represent them properly by having you be the person on the cover, right? You be in the forefront. You want people to recognize you, not only with your voice, but obviously with your writing as well. So on this episode of the Your Book, Your Voice podcast, I call it The Grass is Greener. The grass is greener. It's greener on the other side, but it's also greener on your side too. Your front yard, your backyard, your grass is green, man. You got to mow it every week because it's growing so well. And what I'm talking about is grassroots marketing. Grassroots marketing, my friends. Now, I know as an author, and I hear this a lot, and I've been there too. As a published author, I self-published. I had my book out there. It's called, let me grab it here. It's called Lights Action You. And I published this about 3 years ago. And again, I put the time and effort and money and everything to create and publish this book. And I did the same thing when it came to doing the audiobook. Now, I'm an audio guy. I come from an audio background. So for me, it just made sense. And I had already planned on turning my book into an audiobook. And so then that's why I did it. And of course, that's why I do what I do as a coach, now helping you as an author turn your book into an audiobook. But again, the grass is greener. We're talking about grassroots marketing. You've created this great book, and now you hopefully narrated your own book, and you have this audiobook. So now what do? And again, I hear it a lot from authors about all the effort that you do put into your book and how much it costs. And you don't have a marketing budget, a PR budget to pay somebody, or, to pay for Facebook ads or whatever it is to market your book and promote your book and your audiobook. So let's talk about grassroots marketing, because there are things that you can do that are going to cost little to no money, that are easy things to do to get the word out, to help promote your audiobook. All right. I had a conversation with an author the other day who was like, I need to sell, 400 audiobooks, 500 audiobooks just to break even. But you need to think outside of the box. You need to think outside of the box. And that means that if you're only relying on sales, if you have your book up on Kindle or, Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever you have your book, right? Even your audiobook, Audible, Amazon, Apple, and any of the other distribution platforms. And you're just relying on these platforms to make yourself rich. You got to step outside of your box, and you got to think about doing things in unconventional ways, because it's not just going to be audiobook sales and just book sales in general that are going to make a ton of money, unless you're one of the, 0.5%, maybe even 1%, I'll be generous, of those people who do hit the, New York Times bestseller list and are selling hundreds and hundreds and thousands of books and are making a living off of that. And if you are, man, more power to you for doing that, because that's pretty awesome. But for a lot of us, again, we don't have those budgets or we're not selling so many books that we don't have to worry about, advertising and marketing and that kind of thing. But you know what? Most of us do. Most of us have to figure this out. So this episode is going to help maybe spark some ideas. Plant the seed. Right? The grass is greener. You got to plant the seeds, right? You got to plant the seeds for the grass to grow. So let's talk about some things that you can do that are simple and easy things that you can do to market yourself. Grassroots marketing is great. That's the number one marketing strategy that I did when I published my book and published my audiobook. And you can do the same thing. A lot of simple things. So let's just dive right in. So first of all, when you're recording your audiobook, and I tell my clients who go through my audiobook coaching program, look, start talking about it, promoting it, right? Give your followers, your readers who are now going to be listeners, as you're creating your audiobook, show them behind the scenes. Take some screen grabs, take little videos, create shorts out of them, or create Instagram stories, or put it on TikTok, or whatever your social media platform is that you enjoy doing, even on LinkedIn. Put it out there. Give people some behind the scenes. I love seeing that. I love seeing when bands or musicians are showing how they created their album. Same thing with this, because you are creative, right? You're doing your audiobook. So show people the behind the scenes. I think it's great stuff, and it does generate interest. So that's easy. And you can do this also by sharing audio samples. Share little clips of what you've done with your audiobook so far, all right? And make sure that they're really good clips. It's almost like that sample clip that you can click onto to listen to somebody's audiobook to see if you're interested in purchasing it or not. You create the same kind of thing. You want to create something emotional or exciting or maybe even tension-filled, something that will draw people's interest, and give them a 60-second clip, right? Maybe a 90-second if you feel very generous, and just have people listen to it and go, wow, this is really great. Because you know what? You're going to find out that you have a great voice and you can deliver a great narration, and people are going to love it. All right. And post it on social media, post it on your website, post it on SoundCloud, post it wherever you can so people can hear you do your thing, and you know what the percentage of success of doing that is? It's easily 40 to 60% easy. All right. For people who are hearing the sample now are waiting for that audiobook to come out because you've grabbed them. That's great. That's great. All right. So that's one thing. Okay. Share audio samples. Another thing that you can do, and this is a really easy thing, and this is something that you would do after your audiobook is published, and even when your book is published, just grab that Amazon link. Have a link that goes to your book page where people can buy your audiobook or whatever format of your book. Put it in your email signature. Okay, it's a simple thing and it's free. You don't have to pay any extra money to do that. So every time you send an email out, every time, that link will always be there. And people will click on that link and they will see your book and they will see your audiobook and they're going to purchase it. That's a great way to promote yourself and promote your audiobook really simply every time you send out an email. Okay, and speaking of emails, another really, really important thing that you need to do is to build an email list. Hopefully you have one, and if you don't, that's okay. Just get a good email provider where you're able to really keep great tracking of the people that sign into your email list. And even if it's a little email that you send out once a week, or a newsletter, maybe every couple of weeks, something to always keep in touch with the people who follow you. All right, collect these emails. And you can do that by creating opt-in pages. You create a lead page, not a lead page, a landing page. Landing page is the word I was looking for. You create a landing page for people to opt in, meaning that they will provide you with their name and email address, and you will provide them with something that you can give to them for them giving you their email address. So make sure you have something to give back to somebody who is signing into your email list. Like for me, I have a link to an audiobook narration reference guide that people can click on and get a free guide. And that's my thank you to them for allowing me to have their email list, to add to my email list, getting their email and their first and last name. And you can even get their phone number too if you do, text marketing as well. So build that email list. Got to build that email list. That's important. The other reason why you need an email list is because you own it. If you're just relying on social media, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, even LinkedIn, you don't own those platforms. They're collecting data off of the people that are following you. That should be data that you should be collecting. And if they change their policy or something, who knows what happens, and you don't have access to all these people that are following you because it's on their site. They're in control of it, not you. That's why having your own email list is so important, because you need to have control of your list. All right? You have to have control of that. So having an email is super, super important. Create an email list. There are a lot of places you can go that will show you how to create a landing page to create an opt-in for people to sign up, and you can get their email addresses. So do a little research, and you'll find out there's Constant Contact, there's lead pages, there's MailChimp. There's a ton of them out there. So just check it out and find a good one. All right. Another thing that you can do that's great grassroots marketing is collaboration. Okay. Collaborate with influencers, collaborate with other bloggers, find people who are in the same genre or niche that your book is in, that your audiobook is in. Even if you've written a memoir, what's your story about? Oh, I grew up in a toxic family relationship with my brothers and sisters and my parents. Great. All right. Well, now find bloggers who talk about that thing. Find community groups who deal with issues like that. Go on podcasts that talk about those topics. That's how you get the word out. Network, get into groups, get into Facebook group, LinkedIn groups. There's so many groups that are out there that you can get involved with. And again, community groups in your local area. Get involved with them. Tell them you got a book. Tell them you got an audiobook. That's how you get it out there, and that's how you promote it. And while you're doing that, while you're going on your book signing tours, again, thinking outside the box, you're going to sell books at your book signing events that you travel around, whether it's in your area or even if you take it on the road. Do book signings at bookstores. You're going to make more money selling books and getting people to purchase your audiobook. You get more people to purchase your audiobook at book signings than you will just saying, just trying to get people to go to Audible or wherever your audiobook is. Because, there's this feeling of excitement of wanting to get in while you're there. It's a great thing. Or matter of fact, what you can do is, hey, buy my book. I'll sign it for you. I'll give you an autographed copy of my book. This is when you're at a book signing. And I will give you a copy of my audiobook on Audible or wherever you have your audiobook. Okay? Because you can have coupon codes and that kind of thing. It's worth it. If you're going to make, let's say, $20 selling your book, you can spend $5 giving somebody a free audiobook or whatever your audiobook, cost is or what the price is. It's worth it because you're still going to be making money, and you're going to be making more money than if somebody bought your book off of Amazon directly anyway. Okay, so collaboration is good. Book signings are good. All right. And then again, like I mentioned about doing giveaways and promos, you can sell your book and give them a free audiobook, or have people buy your audiobook and get your ebook for 99 cents. There's so many things that you can do to promote yourself, okay? So do that. Simple grassroots marketing, and it works. It works. Another thing that you can do, and really think about this, okay, is make sure that your audiobook, your title, your subtitle, the description of the book, any keywords, any categories that your book falls into, make sure they are fully optimized on search platforms. Okay, you hear SEO, right? You want to make sure that people can find your search. They want to hit that search, and your book needs to come up. Your audiobook needs to come up. So you have to find out and figure out what the keywords are that will get people to find you and will get you higher up on the search engine. It's search engine optimization is what SEO stands for, or that's what it means. Okay, so go to Amazon. Maybe do some research and find out what some keyword suggestions are, what some popular keywords are that are related to your book. Pick strong keywords that'll get you out there. You need to optimize your metadata. You really do, because you want people to find you and not have to go through pages and pages and pages on Google before they find your book, okay? And again, like I mentioned a little bit earlier about social media, about doing behind the scenes, always leverage your social media. Always do the behind the scenes. Do little soundbite bites. You can even read or do a narration, like Uncle Bob's Corner or something, right? Sit in a nice comfy chair and do a minute or two video of giving people a sample of you reading your book. It's like storytelling, because it is storytelling, right? It is storytelling. So people can actually not only hear you narrate, but they can see you do the narration as well. That's going to get people interested in your book and in your audiobook, and they're going to want to purchase it, okay? And again, like I mentioned before about getting out there and doing book signings and community groups and Facebook groups and Reddit communities or whatever, join them, okay? Get into these very genre-specific groups, because those are the people that you want, and those are the people that are going to be your customers, okay? Another thing that you can do, and this is what I talk about with the authors who go through my audiobook coaching program, we're talking about grassroots marketing, is before you launch your book, you got to prep. You got to do some pre-launch prep, meaning you have to prepare for your launch, and that is creating a marketing strategy. When are you going to start promoting about your audiobook? Figure that out. When are you going to launch that audiobook? What is the date of that launch? What are you going to do after the book is launched? I see it happen all the time where a lot of authors, they do all this work and they do this big launch party and they got their book published and they got their audiobook published, and then a couple weeks later they're not doing anything. They're not marketing anymore. And that's bad, because you always have to keep marketing and promoting your products all the time. All right? So have a strategy put together. So one of the things you can do is just do a virtual launch or even a listening event. All right. Have people, do it as a Zoom or an Instagram Live, or do it on YouTube, or do it on LinkedIn Live, or do it on whatever social media platform you want to do it. Like when I do my podcast is being broadcast live on LinkedIn and YouTube at the same time. We stream it live. When I do my coffee chats every Thursday morning at, I guess it depends on where you are, but like at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, I do my coffee chat, which is 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. in the UK. I stream that live on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on Instagram, all at the same time. It's great. And then I archive all my podcasts are on the Robert Lane Coaching YouTube channel, which is where some of you are watching right now. So even if you do miss the live, and I like doing it live because I love having people interact with the live broadcast, but that's okay because all my podcasts are archived on the Robert Lane Coaching YouTube channel. So you can always watch them there. The reason why I tell you this is because you can do the same thing when you do your book launch. Put it on, create a YouTube channel if you don't have one. It's not that hard to do. create that YouTube channel, start posting content. All right? Just put it out there. Even if you only have a handful of subscribers, that's okay. It's okay because now you have a place that you can send people to. It's real simple. Oh, hey, you know what? Go to Robert Lane Coaching. I got my YouTube channel. Check it out. All my podcasts are there. It's simple. Now, of course, I do have to say the podcast is also being distributed on a whole bunch of other different podcast platforms, which I do the following day. So Wednesday, I do my podcast live, and then Thursday morning, it gets distributed on all sorts of different podcast platforms. So you can hear it, and then, of course, if you want to see it, you can go to the Robert Lane Coaching YouTube channel. Of course, as we do this live, you're checking it out on LinkedIn as well, because we do it on LinkedIn Live as well. But again, the point is you are putting yourself out there. And if you do a virtual launch of your book, or even just do maybe a weekly thing where you might maybe just read a chapter. If you got 50 chapters in your book, guess what? That's 50 weeks of content. It's already made. All you have to do is just record it. It's great. Do that. Let people see you read your book and narrate your book. It's a great thing, okay? So think about that. And speaking of doing a launch party, you got to put together a launch team, okay? Get a group of people and, give them something for free for helping you promote your launch of your audiobook, okay? Whatever that gift could be. It could be a copy of your book, could be a free audiobook, whatever it is. Give people something for, helping you out. And then ask them to post reviews. Get some reviews up there. So what you do basically is you get your audiobook published, all right? That's not your official launch date. You get it up there, let's say on Audible, Amazon, and Apple. Get it up there. Get your launch team to start posting reviews. Then when you do your official launch day, which may be a week or maybe 2 weeks after the book has been up there, then when people go and they're like, oh, the audiobook is out, it's launched. And when they go to your page, you're going to have all these great reviews there already. Okay, so get reviews, get some reviews. And again, another thing you can do just to help each other out as authors is do some cross promotion. Promote another author's book and ask them to promote your book. It's not going to take away sales or fans. You're going to gain more fans because now you're going to have access to their audience and they're going to have access to your audience, and you're helping each other out. You want to help each other out. Okay? Simple things to do, right? These are really simple grassroots marketing. One more thing that I want to share with you when it comes to grassroots marketing is this. You have your email, you have your Facebook friends or your Instagram friends or whoever, right? DM them, direct message them, private message them, whatever you want to call it, do it. When I did my grassroots marketing for my audiobook and my book, when I had those published, I messaged every person on my Facebook list, on my Instagram list. I sent them each personal messages. I just didn't do some blanket message, which you can tell. I wanted it personal because you know what? People appreciate that more. And that's another thing that you should really keep in mind when you're promoting yourself and marketing yourself is be personal, okay? Make people feel like there's a connection between you, the author, and them as the reader and listener. You got to establish that connection, all right? It's really, really important. So again, these are some quick and easy ideas for you to do some grassroots marketing because the grass is greener on wherever you look, both sides, your side, their side, it doesn't matter. It is greener because you're doing grassroots marketing and it's working. It does work. But if you don't have an audiobook, we got to fix that. All right, we got to fix that. So go to robertlanecoaching.com. That's my website. Book a call with me. And also there's links in the description here in LinkedIn and YouTube and any of the podcast platforms that you're listening to this podcast on. I have it in the description. Schedule a call with me. Let's talk. I want to tell you more about the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program. I will walk you through the entire process. This is what I do for a living, and I love doing it. I love helping authors create awesome audiobooks. I created a 12-week program. This is my VIP program. Book a call. Let's talk about your book. Let's get you published. I will teach you how to do a great narration. And in the VIP program, I do all the editing for you and cleaning it up and making it sound fantastic and making sure it meets all the specifications for publication. You'll never be rejected when you submit your audiobook for publishing. I do I will upload all your audio files for you. And I provide you with the professional equipment you need to set up your recording space. And that's part of the program, which is hundreds of dollars of equipment you get for free. Book a call. Sign up. All right? Get that audiobook in there, man. You got to do it because the audiobook world continues to grow and expand. More and more people go and grab audiobooks before they go with any other format. Audiobook sales have surpassed ebook sales, and that gap just continues to widen. You got to have an audiobook. But most importantly, you as the author need to narrate your own audiobook because nobody can tell your story better than you. All right, check out the links in the description here on YouTube and LinkedIn and all the other podcast platforms that you're hearing this podcast on, and get enrolled, okay? Get your audiobook out there. All right, my friends, we're going to wrap things up here for the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. Thank you so much. RobertLaneCoaching.com is the website to go to. Let's do your audiobook. Get it done. You voice it in your own voice. All right? Again, nobody can tell your story better than you. And when you're out and about in the world, this is my assignment. When you're out and about in the world, smile at a stranger. Say hello to them. That small gesture of kindness can make the world of difference in somebody's life. Give them a compliment. Hey, man, nice shoes. Ooh, I like your hairstyle. Hey, how you doing? Great shirt. I don't know, whatever compliment it is. Because you know what? That makes people feel good. And spreading positivity and good feelings are things that we need in this world. We just need it. So be good humans, all right? Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another edition of the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I'm Robert A. Lane. Have a fantastic week.
An informative episode. And remember, only you can narrate your story the way it's meant to be heard.